Now, Charisse and Karen beef, which I also feel like wasn't really no real beef, but it became real beef by the way that both of them started to move and talk to each other. So, in my opinion, in my observation, the beef really kicked off when it came to the Bermuda trip, okay? And Karen came up with the idea of the trip and was going to host. Charisse said, let's do Bermuda. Charisse said, let's co-host and all this, that, and the third. Karen said, you can assist, babe, but I'm the host. And Karen was acting stank, but also Karen did try to extend some olive branches for her to input and whatnot. And, you know, do a little hosty thing or whatever. But Charisse wanted a lot of something for nothing, and it looked like she was just waiting for Karen to put her up on a pedestal and press a button for her to host. And it's as if she was looking for some type of gratification from Karen like the whole time, which is kind of weird to me. It always seemed like she was looking for something specific out of Karen, which made me feel like, one, it made me feel like this is kind of where the color complex comes in, but also where some type of, like, I don't know how to explain it, but sometimes people are fixated on a particular person because that particular person reminds them of someone else, whether they on the surface realize it or not, or if it's a subconscious thing. The person that they're fixated on reminds them of someone else that they may have constantly were losing with, if you will. Whereas, for example, I feel like Monique, the comedian, formed a fixation on D.L. Hughley for reasons that D.L. Hughley created, but also because D.L. Hughley probably reminded her of her daddy in more ways than one. And I know that Monique did not have a good relationship at all with her father. So it's like, because she feels like she could not win with her daddy, now this other person that reminds her of her daddy might be an easier target to keep going at and letting her frustration out on. And that's what I kind of feel like was going on with Charisse and Karen also. I feel like Karen reminded Charisse of someone. I also feel like Charisse reminded Karen of someone else. And both of them just kind of had this. Whereas Karen's is a little more dismissive. Like, ugh, it's a familiar energy I don't like. I'm dusting you off. Whereas Charisse is like, this is the energy I don't like. I'm going to attack it. I'm going to gnaw at it. And I do feel like that was also just a part of Charisse being miserable because of her own situation. And her going through her divorce and everything, and then looking at Karen, and her marriage is still solid, you know, not perfect, but she's still happily married for the most part. They are embarking on a bunch of new things. Their kid going to college, buying a new house, all of these new beginnings in the midst of Charisse's marriage, you know, coming upon his death. And I don't think it's right that she handled it that way. I do think Karen also peeped it and maybe even pitied her in a way. And that's a part of the reason why she kept trying to just dust it off. Even though, yes, Karen comes off like a batch with certain things. But yeah, I still find, even though both of them are misery loves company ass batches, I still find Charisse to be more tolerable to me, simply because Charisse is just more reasonable to me. And she is not an open book, like she get mad when people ask her questions about it type shit. But at the same time, she told you what it was, what it's gonna be, and that's what it is. Like, she stick to it type shit. She just gives me typical older woman that likes nice things, you know? And, you know, kind of has a little nice nasty to her, you know what I'm saying? A lot like Karen. I feel like Karen and Charisse are two sides of the same coin more than she and Giselle. I feel like Gizzard is just evil. Just evil. Just evil. Like, Charisse nastiness comes out on circumstance. Gizzard is just evil. And I can't, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, a lot of people find Charisse to be like wet blanket type shit. And I totally get that. Cool. But I just can't, you know what I'm saying? I can't be mad at her for some shit that is a consistency across the show. All of them have wet blanket moments. All of them have moments where it's like, bitch, you're on a reality show, talk about your problems. All of them have this highfalutin ass attitude. That's the environment, honestly. So, like I said, I can't be mad or hold to Charisse to a cross for some shit that all of the cast members do. Like, But Karen is avoiding the shit out of Charisse on this current season, and they say Charisse got some tea. Now, I want to know why. Charisse, why? 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 So you can have a storyline, girl? Charisse. Now, don't make me have to go back on everything that I done said about your girl, okay? Charisse. But that's all I got for now on Charisse, I guess. Yeah, that's all I got on Charisse for now.